Thank you so much for being so patient with my really unreliable posting schedule. As you can see, I'm in a new space, and the reason that I haven't been able to post recently is that I've been working on this for the past 3 weeks, 4 weeks almost. This is my craft space where I usually do my work, and this wall behind me used to be a horrible wallpaper that had like weird flowers on it, and just this, it was not good. It didn't really speak to me. I didn't love it. And the walls, in fact, one of the walls is still this color. The walls used to be this sort of weird pink color because we inherited our home from my husband's grandmother, and it was very much like a grandmother home. So I have been redoing this space and it's been going really well. I got this lovely shelving unit here at Menards, which, to be honest, it's not the best, but it does work really well for what I needed it for. I've got all of my yarns here that are for business or gifts, with the exception of my Muse right here, which I'm kind of calling it for business anyway because I'm going to be knitting a sweater out of Muse and I'm going to be talking about it. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about Hobbii yarns. If you guys are on Facebook and you do any craft browsing on your computer or phone, you know about Hobbii yarns because you will have seen targeted ads from them on Facebook and Instagram. I don't know about Twitter yet because I don't use Twitter enough. I think definitely on Instagram and Facebook I have seen advertisements for Hobbii yarns. The ones you guys have probably seen the most recently are the ones for the long colorway yarns that go from color to color, and I have 2 of those that I got before, so I'm going to have an unboxing, sort of, it's in a bag, but you know what I mean. I'm going to have an unpackaging of some Hobbii yarns that I just ordered. I don't even remember what it is. And then but before that I'm going to talk about some of the yarns that I bought a long time ago, like I want to say right before my birthday, which was March 4th. So this is their Cotton Kings Twirls. It's 100% cotton, and I've seen some really beautiful shawls made out of this online, and so I bought 2 of them. I'm going to make a couple shawls probably to sell. I don't know if I'm going to crochet or knit. A lot of the things that I'm seeing made out of this are crocheted, and I'm wondering if it's just because working with cotton and crochet kind of seem to go hand in hand. I feel like cotton really brings out any lacy crochet that you do. You need to have a very crisp yarn without a lot of halo to have a really nice pop with crochet. So I'm wondering if that's why so many people do shawls with this. But if you look up the Hobbii Yarns Cotton Kings Twist on Ravelry, you will see tons, and I mean tons, of people making triangle shawls in every possible colorway you could think of. One of the best things about this yarn that I've noticed, now granted I haven't used it yet, so I am a little nervous because I'll talk about that in a minute, but one of the things I really like is it's got this little thing right here. And it says easy start in case it doesn't really do very well when I hold it up like that. So, and that basically is just, the center pull is already out. It's tucked into the ball band. You can take off the ball band or pull it through, and bam, you've already got your yarn started for you, which can be really useful when you have something like this, because this ball, like, it is dense. I was really worried when I saw them online and they looked so dense that I was going to have trouble with the center pull, trouble finding it, trouble getting it out. I thought maybe the yarn was going to do what my friend Ashley and I call yarfing, where you pull a little bit of it out and it takes a whole bunch with it. And so far, I haven't heard any bad things about that. So I'm really liking the colors I picked. It's kind of a Roy G. Biv rainbow in pastels. I really wanted a regular Roy G. Biv rainbow. I have been wanting to make a lot of Roy G. Biv rainbow stuff because it sells well, and I like the way it looks and I like working with it. But that's what this is. It's a nice pastel Roy G. Biv rainbow. I love this salmon color on the outside, so it's really pretty. I can't wait to work with it. I'm really looking forward to it, and I will tell you guys how it is. So the next part of this video is going to be my unpackaging of an order from Hobbii Yarns that I made recently, and it's probably another one of them that they were advertising a lot. I'm actually starting to kind of remember what it is, and I'm really looking forward to checking this out. So Hobbii Yarns is out of Denmark, and the thing about that is you end up having a pretty long shipping time compared to if you're used to ordering things from Knit Picks. When I order something from Knit Picks, it gets to me in like a week. Hobbii Yarns takes 2 to 3 weeks. But they give you a lot of updates in your email. It'll tell you like post Nord, which is what they use to ship it. It'll say, here's all your tracking information. Here's everything you need to know. And you can really kind of follow when it's coming, when it's going to arrive. And I was actually, my postal carrier was walking by right as I was pulling in with my daughter after school, picking her up from school, and so she just walked right by and handed it to me. It was literally the only piece of mail we had gotten that day, and I was like, oh, my Hobbii order came in, and she had a good chuckle. So what it is it's they ship it through Post Nord, and then they get it into the U.S. Postal Service is how it gets to you. So it does take a bit of time to get to you, which is probably why I almost forgot what this was, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm starting to remember. So here we go. Okay, I remember these now. I was right. Okay, I did get a couple of colors. And here's something that Hobbii does that I think is kind of funny and silly and cute. They send a little like trinket that's useful in knitting or crochet with every order. You can kind of already see the yarns. So this is what I got this time, just a nice little hand sewing needle. And I can never have too many of these, especially because I have a kid in the house who wants to learn how to sew. I have a craft project I may even film myself doing the first couple. I'm going to be teaching her and her friend how to do. That uses felt, fabric, and buttons, and then you stuff it and you hand sew it. And I'm going to take an awl and I'm going to poke holes into where they're going to need to put the needles through to sew the edges of the felt together, and then I'm going to help them hand sew the button and fabric on. So I can never have too many hand sewing needles. So this is a large eye needle, blunt and bent tip. This is really good for sewing together sweaters, in my opinion. You can get like a good curve. It's also really good for sewing together amigurumis because of the curved tip. So this is a really useful item. And then they always also send like a little piece of candy. I think that's really cute. It's little heart-shaped candy. They're very like plain, like what you would call like a berry flavor. It's really cute. It's kind of a nice touch, especially when you have to wait a long time for your item. And their yarns are a decent price. I wouldn't say that they are the best price in the universe. They do have some higher priced stuff, but overall they're a decent price. Shipping is pretty reasonable. If you spend over $75, then you get free shipping. So if there's a whole lot of stuff that you and your friends want, you can always just go together and buy everything that you need and have them all shipped together to somebody's house. That's what I used to do when I did orders from Knit Picks. I used to do it with my friend Megan. When I used to do orders from Bodyline with the Lolita community back in the day, like we would do that because you could get free or much less expensive shipping if you order everything together. This is Bumbo Moonlight. It is 98% acrylic, 2% polyester, and I'm guessing the polyester is probably the sparkles, but it's a glittery, long colorway changing yarn. And this is number 109, and I know they have names, but I don't remember what those names are at the moment. So this is color 109. This is color 102, and I love this color. This is really, really pretty. I think I'm going to do a shawl to sell out of this. This is all going to be business yarn, by the way. I cannot justify buying any more personal yarn, especially after I did all of the Muse, and I'm going to be doing my Q1 purchases for my personal gain, like for my personal stash. I'm going to be doing a video on that soon too. I may even shoot it today, so if my hair looks really similar in the next few videos, that's why. Anyway, so this is the last one I got. This is color number 101. Now here's the thing, they'll show it on the website with these. I remember ordering these. And this is actually really soft for an acrylic, by the way. They'll show on the website 3 balls of yarn that look very, very different. Very different. And then you'll notice that they're all the same colors. And basically it's just letting you know that when you get this yarn, it's going to be random where it starts and ends. And so one of the other balls of yarn on the website that looked like in this color, say, you saw, let me get my finger in there. You saw a lot more of this really light color, and it made it seem as though the yarn itself was going to be a lot more light colors than these dark, rich jewel tones. And so every ball has the same colors in the same frequency. It's just where the ball starts and ends is different. So I do notice this does not have the nice little easy pull like the Cotton Kings does, which is unfortunate because I usually have the most trouble with this kind of yarn ball. But it did have the string right here that came out pretty easy. That's the outer part. So hopefully this is kind of, that looked really lewd, I'm sorry. But this is really almost hollow inside, like there's a lot of space in there, so I'm hoping it'll pull really easily. So my first impressions on Hobbii yarns has been pretty positive, to be honest. The colors are always very vibrant. The website is always very accurate. Not only is it accurate, but in the case of the Moonlight yarns, the Moonlight Bumbo yarns, they do show, because of the long colorway and how they're wrapped, that they're actually really different looking depending on where it starts and finishes, and they give you an example of that so that when you get your yarn, you're not surprised or disappointed. You know that you might get a yarn ball that looks a little less rich because one of the less rich colors is on the outside. And so I really appreciate that, and I think it takes a lot of honesty for a business to do that, because it looks like it's random. It looks like you're not getting the same thing, that you might get a disappointing ball of yarn, when in reality it's always the same, but they just want to make sure when you open it up and see it, it looks right, which I think is really cool. So anyway, once again, thank you so much for being patient with me while I handled this whole situation in my craft space. I'm so looking forward to being able to talk to you guys about all of my crafting stuff and have it all in one place, because my spinning wheel used to be down in my old videotaping area in our dining room, and my loom it's bounced around the house so many times. I can't wait, now that I have a nice big space, to get something on it. I have a great idea for a cowl that I want to make with it. My sewing machines are going to be all over there. I have my old sewing table is going to go sideways. I'll give you guys a big tour when it's all done, except the doors probably won't be done yet because those are going to be a pain. But I'm really excited to share this space with everybody, and I'm excited to have a little bit of fun here and show off my yarn. And I may even do a live knit with me. If you guys ever would want me to do that, tell me what day of the week it would be. I will do it. I will schedule it a week ahead of time so everybody can plan to be home, get a babysitter if you don't want to have the kids distracting you. And we can do a live knit together where I knit and you guys just talk to me about stuff and I'll reply here, and it should be fun. Please remember to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, and Pinterest. And Ravelry, of course. I'm Be My Full Moon everywhere except Ravelry and Twitter, where I'm Aorai. That's A-O-U-R-A-I. My Etsy is reopened from vacation mode, and I am looking into getting my own website soon. So please, please, please keep track of that. I look forward to showing you some of my spinning. I've got my spinning wheel all set up, and all of my fiber is out and ready. And just thanks again, everybody, for watching, and thanks for waiting for me to deal with all my stuff. And hopefully I'm going to actually videotape, I'm going to have to video a couple of shows today, a couple of episodes today, and I'll be able to post them with some regularity for a little while, I hope. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys all next time. Bye!